All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for the weekly three, and let's go ahead and get started because we got a lot to get to this week. Number 3, Roddy Piper versus Bad News Brown was edited from WrestleMania 6 on Peacock. That was the match where Piper painted half of his body black. Another controversial segment has hit the cutting room floor. Vince McMahon used the N-word with John Cena during a Survivor Series 2005 segment. He called Cena my N-word, as I'm sure you all remember. Before walking off and passing Booker T, then the 6-time world champion said, "Tell me he did not just say that." The segment became famous in pro wrestling and is also a meme. Fans won't find that bit on Peacock. It has been edited out. I'm going to pass to whoever's making all that noise over there. I don't know who it is, but I'm going to pass it to you, so you got to tell on yourself. Do you guys think that this canceling of wrestling history is okay? Do you think it's justified, or should they just leave it alone? Hey, nobody wants to tell on herself.
Well, what's it sound like? It might be me because I'm getting a message.
All right, we'll go to you, Tommy. Go ahead, buddy.
Well, I don't know. With all this cancel culture and stuff, I mean, shoot, they just about delete the whole Attitude Era the way it happened. But, I mean, I can see where some people would think it is offensive, but...
Well, I mean, I probably should have passed it on to Lyndon, because he is a black gentleman, to get his take on this. We kind of talked about something similar to this last week.
Yeah, last week. Well, I think it all pertains to if we looked at how things were back then versus how things are shaping out today with the war on race, which I think is stupid, honestly. That's just my opinion. Because at the end of the day, everybody has red blood underneath their skin, and we're all one human race. So there's
not Vince McMahon. Vince McMahon's got blue blood.
Exactly, he's got blue. So
he's alien.
Like I said, it's not about the color of your skin. It's about what's underneath, which is red blood, and we all believe the same. You can't tell me no different. But the things of that happening back then, I can understand why they did it. Because they don't want any offense to happen with so much, things that's happened within the black community and to people of color. And I think they're just trying to not, have that effect. But I mean, like I said, it's back then. So,
well,
I mean, I don't see much offense on it because it's a part of history. But
Kenny Dunn here in the chat says they didn't get the context of Piper. In the interview, he said it doesn't matter what color you are; it's about what's inside of you. Right. And I'm sure there's going to be more than this.
That's what that interview was about.
That
had nothing to do with that. That was what the whole interview was about.
And I'm sure there's going to be a lot more things that gets canceled. I don't like using that term because honestly, it pisses me off. But there's going to be more stuff from Peacock taken down. I'm just curious to wait and see what all they're going to take down. Are they going to take the stuff down with Katie Vick? Probably.
Oh, that was
like I said. I think they're trying to fit this narrative of what's going on and try to stay in the trend of we're not trying to make everything offensive, so we got to cancel stuff to make sure we don't get sued, offense, this and that. Which I think, honestly, to me, is dumb and stupid because, like I said, I must be built different. I don't see color in anybody. I see individuals and humans.
He about to start singing that daggone Cyndi Lauper song. I see your true colors.
But also too, I know when people are ignorant, and so
leave Tommy alone, Lyndon.
No, Tommy good. Tommy, he ain't bad. You, on the other hand, is a different story.
Hey, I'm a champion, young man. Just watch your mouth who you're talking to.
Oh, that kind of.
Go get my Hall of Fame ring real quick, or what?
No, Tommy, no Hall of Fames for you. But you're right, Lyndon. Without going off on a big conversation, because we could talk all show about that. You're right. I mean, good people's good people, and there's no sense, in my opinion, of erasing the history. Because if you erase it, eventually it could be repeated. But if you keep it there and say, hey, this wasn't necessarily the most colorful thing you could have done. I mean, it was a little bit risque. Don't do it again. That's one thing. They could put, they could do like they do with the Chris Benoit stuff. They could put a disclaimer on the stuff if they wanted to. That's another question. Are they going to take Chris Benoit's matches down because of what he did?
Do they have any of his matches up still?
I don't know. That makes me mad as hell.
Because I'm pretty sure I haven't seen anything. I don't think I've seen anything Chris Benoit wise except for on the show Dark Side of the Ring.
Well, I'm going to move on to number 2, but Nancy's mama should have taught her how to make a sandwich. That's all I'm going to say. Number 2.
Oh, this is so touchy.
Popular Japanese wrestler Hana Kimura. Did I pronounce that right, Lennon?
Hana Kimura.
Hana Kimura tragically took her own life after she was cyberbullied. This stemmed from an appearance on the reality show Terrace House. Online backlash over a segment on that show was harsh. After she had an altercation with another cast member, Nippon reports that the Tokyo prosecutor's office stated that they made an indictment against a man in his 20s. Following Kimura's May 2020 suicide, the man in his 20s was fined 9,000 yen, which converts to around $80. That was the penalty that the court found was justified for bullying a girl until she took her own life. He wasn't the only one bullying her. There were other people online. There were many people. But, Sonny, I'm going to let you have this one. $80? I mean, could you justify that?
No. But I mean, those authorities aren't going to justify this. They take, no real punitive action when it comes especially to women over there, which is unfortunate. Having said that, I think if they're going to place blame, I think it deserves to be at the producer's feet from that television show that she was on, because that whole segment was staged. And everyone was led to believe that it was real and that she did act completely nuts, but it was all staged. And I think they should have to accept some responsibility there.
Hold on a second. I'm going to cut you off. I disagree. I didn't know that was the case. If that's the case, it's not on the producers. Essentially, in that situation, she's an actress. And she's going to get upset about something somebody's critiquing her about on a TV show she was on. That's not okay.
But wasn't it reality based? It was supposed to be like a reality show?
Okay, but still, what you're saying is true, and it was a staged incident. She's an actress in that situation.
Absolutely she is. But that's what nobody else could see, and that's why she was being targeted.
Once again, usually I don't have this situation with you, Sonny. Usually it's me and Lyndon, but I'm not going to get into it because we could go in a long conversation about that, especially you dropping that knowledge on me you just dropped on me. That's pretty heavy.
I will say there's so much to that nobody understands.
Oh, sure.
And this is the reason why I say I didn't start watching Stardom until I saw a match with Hana Kimura. And the fact that she was robbed because and this is where I'm going to say, because this is just blunt.
Hold on, we can't smoke blunts on the show, Lyndon.
People are bold behind a keyboard.
Yes, they are.
Mm-hmm.
It's true. That's true.
Can we all agree on that? People are bold
Absolutely.
on a keyboard. They will not say to a person to their face because they don't have to stand in front of them. But they will say something on a keyboard because they know they have every power and right to say something. So all those things that were said to her negatively,
easy for you to say,
took a toll on her that caused her to take her own life, which I think is ridiculous and that's what makes me hate cyberbullies so much more, because it's like you're so bold to say what you want to say, and then that person takes their own life, and you don't feel any remorse for it, like you don't feel any sadness for it.
I'm going to say two things, and then I'm going to move on because once again we could stay here for a long time. I taught my children this at a young age, and yeah, I know the whole sticks and stones break my bones, but words could never hurt me. I'm sorry. Words can hurt someone a hell of a lot worse than physical harm. I mean, obviously, unless you're killing them or whatever. But that being said, I don't find. I know mental illness is a thing, yada, yada, yada. People are cruel, yada, yada, yada. I don't have any scenario in my brain where I would be like, okay, well, I understood why they killed herself. No, life sucks, man. Man up. Don't kill yourself. If you have problems, talk to somebody. Don't let it get to the point where you want to kill yourself. I mean, that's like I said before I started this conversation, it could go on for a long time if we wanted it to. But it's unfortunate for her, and it's unfortunate for her family.
I think that was my point, though, about the producers, is that when they saw the backlash that she was getting, they could have intervened because, I mean...
And they didn't intervene at all.
No, and obviously people that are buying into this so much that they think it was a real thing that happened, I think some of the responsibility just should be on the producer to intervene and be like, this wasn't necessarily how it looked. But of course they won't. They want to save face.
That's why they canceled the show after her death happened.
Immediately.
Because for me, when somebody who is 23 years old that still has their whole life ahead of them takes their own life because of what happened. Because I tell everybody, it's like she had so much about to happen for her in her wrestling career.
This show that we're talking about, real quick, I know I keep saying we're going to move on, but Tommy's over there reading Yahoo or some shit. I don't know what he's doing, so he ain't worried about it. Was this a wrestling-based show that she was on, or was it something else?
No, you know, like that show Big Brother that they do?
Yeah, was it like that?
It's almost like that is what it is. They just call it Terrence House, and it was on Netflix where you could watch it. And so, yeah, it's
he put or another housemate or whatever had taken her wrestling gear and
that's what it was about.
The washing machine and had shrunk it, and I guess it was really expensive wrestling gear, and she snapped and slapped the guy, and that's when she started getting bombarded with people saying, "Go kill yourself! How dare you?"
Hold on a second. That's all it was. That was
her only wrestling gear. That's why.
Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Don't mean everybody start talking at the same time. I'm trying to understand this, Sonny. I'm trying to be compassionate, which is not a trait I'm good at. I'm trying here, just for you, not for Lyndon. I'm trying for you, Sonny.
Gotcha.
The only thing that happened on this show that caused the big uproar with the fans messaging her, giving her hell, was that said man washed her clothes, her wrestling outfit, and shrunk it, and it pissed her off, and she slapped him, and that was it?
Yeah.
Yeah. It was part of the weekly three last season.
I don't give a damn if that's the only one she has, Lyndon. Jesus.
Here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. They didn't actually wash her gear. They just told her that it wasn't real, and that's why, like,
I think there's
a reaction.
Sounds like wrestling. Sounds like wrestling to me. Go ahead, Tommy.
I remember this came out because this when she did it, this was part of the weekly three last season because we talked about it. I was going to ask if that was the same girl.
It is.
Because it was something it was real expensive, and then she got into it with some fans or something about it, and then it wasn't like a week later, she was gone.
Yep.
Lyndon, this is for you. I'm sure you know what he's talking about. Michael Mann, we'll get to this shortly, but Michael Mann says, holy shit, the IWGP World Heavyweight title looks like the Divas title now. Throw it in the garbage. Or throw it in the Google machine. I'm sure we'll have that to talk about in either the pros or the cons. You have to wait and see.
It looks so stupid.
Let's end the weekly three on a positive note. Number one this week, NXT is going to Tuesdays, starting April 13th, the week after Mania. I guess technically the week of Mania, because Mania is on Sunday. The work week starts on Sunday. April 13th, NXT is going to be on USA, and a couple hours or a couple days later, it'll be on Peacock as well. So I think this is a good move. Mike Wills, since you're the champ, what do you think, man? You think this is a good move for wrestling as a whole?
I think it's a good move because when it's on Wednesdays, I think it's great that they had the competition with AEW, but I can get tired switching back and forth or watching picture in picture, so I like it. My wrestling shows on separate days and not in competition with each other. So yeah, good move.
But they're going in our time slot. Don't you guys realize that?
There's
Yeah, we
already
watch it on
2 other
Peacock in a
shows
couple
in the
days
time
later.
slot.
Well, they're not.
NWA Power's happening right now. AEW Dark is happening right now.
At 7 o'clock,
So
they
it's
start
like-
at 7 o'clock.
Yeah, it's already been started.
Oh my God, I gotta go.
NWA started at 6:05,
TNA starts at what, 9?
and then Impact starts at like.
Hold on a second. Tommy, TNA done started back up.
Well, you know,
Yeah,
TNA,
they're showing
Impact, it's all the
Tuesday.
thing.
They're doing Impact, this Tuesday. Then next week they're on Thursday.
Yeah.
Which is awesome.
Back to their original slot. They
Exactly.
should have just
I
stayed
like
there to
that.
begin with.
Kenny does. Kenny does says you won't be on when it goes to Tuesdays. JCC. Will I not, or will I not be on?
Oh, swerve! Look at that.
I gotta get my damn belt back. That's what I'm saying.
Wow.
Oh,
He
man.
says confidently through the camera, not to my face in person. We were just talking about that.
Well, last time we talked in person, I thought we was friends, and you kicked me and gave me a damn stunner. You ain't gonna catch me off guard next time, Michael Wills.
Why you drinking beer?
Well, I was drinking beer. What a jerk!
Hey,
What a jerk!
this time do it.
The best time to kick your buddy in the gut is when he's drinking beer. That's absolutely right, Tommy.
Yeah, I know this. Hey, I fought a lot of drunks back in my day, so I should know this.